For decades, the Subaru Outback has carved a niche as one of the most reliable and adventurous crossovers on the market, blending car-like comfort with SUV utility. And in 2025, the Outback makes a compelling case for why it remains the top choice for drivers who demand both capability and innovation. The evolution of the Outback is a story of incremental refinement and bold engineering, a vehicle born in the 1990s as a lifted legacy wagon that gradually transformed into an all-terrain powerhouse tailored to modern-day road warriors and nature lovers alike. For 2025, Subaru continues that legacy with subtle yet impactful upgrades that bring its design, technology, and real-world performance to a new level, while retaining the core essence that fans love, like standard all-wheel drive and rugged aesthetics. The 2025 model builds on that with features aimed at improving every aspect of the driving experience, from comfort and connectivity to safety and capability. Stepping into the redesigned cabin, one is immediately greeted with an ambience that feels more refined and premium than ever before, blending soft-touch materials with a clean and functional design ethos that prioritizes driver and passenger comfort over flashy gimmicks. The interior space is incredibly accommodating, thanks to clever packaging and the Outback's inherently elongated proportions, which means rear passengers enjoy generous legroom while the cargo area continues to impress with its flat floor and smart tie-down points that make organizing gear for a weekend getaway refreshingly straightforward. Central to the 2025 Outback's interior overhaul is the Infotainment System, which now features an even larger vertically oriented touchscreen with crisper graphics, faster response times, and an intuitive interface that minimizes distraction. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard with wireless functionality, and the voice recognition system has been vastly improved to understand natural speech patterns, reducing the need to fumble with buttons on the go. Beyond connectivity, the Outback steps up its game in the safety department, introducing an enhanced suite of EyeSight driver assist technologies that now include a new driver attention monitor to help reduce fatigue-related incidents on long drives, as well as refined automatic emergency braking that responds more swiftly to unexpected obstacles. Comfort is further enhanced by ventilated front seats and a reworked dual-zone climate control system that more evenly distributes air throughout the cabin, ensuring everyone stays comfortable no matter the season. Subaru also made sure to keep practical details in mind, offering ample storage cubbies, USB-C charging ports in both rows, and thoughtful touches like an upgraded Harman Kardon audio system that provides crisp sound for those long road trips. Step outside and you'll see that the Outback's rugged charm has been dialed up a notch, with a bolder front grille, slimmer LED headlights, and chiseled lines that convey readiness without looking too aggressive. The fender flares and roof rails are not only stylistic elements, they're functional too, designed to accommodate roof tents, bike racks, and gear baskets with ease, appealing directly to outdoor enthusiasts. What truly defines the Outback, however, is what lies beneath: a symmetrical all-wheel drive system that remains one of the most balanced and capable in the industry, combined with increased ground clearance and reinforced underbody protection that allows the vehicle to confidently traverse dirt trails, snowy mountain roads, and unpaved paths that would leave many crossovers stranded. Subaru's suspension tuning for 2025 has improved both ride comfort and off-road composure, delivering a drive that is both supple on the highway and composed when the pavement ends. The Outback also benefits from a torque vectoring system that helps with cornering stability, and while it may not be a performance SUV, the driving experience is engaging enough to satisfy the daily commuter and adventurous traveler alike. Under the hood, drivers can opt for the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter flat-four or the punchier turbocharged 2.4-liter engine, both mated to a continuously variable transmission that prioritizes efficiency while simulating stepped gear shifts for a more familiar feel. Real-world fuel economy remains a strong point for the Outback, especially in its base configuration, which continues to deliver MPG figures that beat many rivals without the need for hybrid complexity. On a long road trip, the benefits of the Outback's thoughtful engineering truly shine. The ride is whisper quiet thanks to additional sound insulation, and visibility is excellent from every angle, a feature that often goes overlooked but adds tremendously to driving confidence in unfamiliar terrain. Whether navigating narrow forest trails or pulling into a crowded parking lot, The Outback's array of cameras, sensors, and intelligent displays help reduce stress and increase accuracy, which is invaluable for drivers unfamiliar with tricky landscapes. For families, this vehicle delivers more than just comfort, it delivers peace of mind. Subaru has long been a leader in safety ratings, and the 2025 model continues that trend with top scores across crash test categories and innovations like rear seat reminders, improved blind spot detection, and an enhanced cross-traffic alert system that makes reversing out of driveways safer than ever. When it comes to practicality, few vehicles manage to blend passenger space, cargo volume, and off-road capability as effectively as the Outback. The flat folding rear seats, wide cargo opening, and clever load floor design mean it's just as capable of handling a trip to the hardware store as it is outfitting a camping trip into the wilderness. Adventure-oriented trims like the Wilderness model take things even further, offering all-terrain tires, skid plates, and revised gearing for those who need the maximum off-road performance right out of the box. Even if you never stray far from the pavement, the Outback still makes a strong case with its smooth driving dynamics, confidence-inspiring grip, and robust reliability record that translates into long-term ownership satisfaction and strong resale value. Unlike many rivals that focus either on luxury or ruggedness, the Outback strikes a rare balance that appeals to both sides of the spectrum, offering a refined cabin experience without compromising its adventure-ready DNA. And it's this balance that truly makes it stand out in an increasingly crowded SUV market. As automakers continue to chase the SUV craze with cookie-cutter designs and technology overload, Subaru has stayed remarkably focused on what its core buyers value most: reliability, versatility, and the freedom to explore with confidence. Whether you're a solo traveler, a family looking for weekend escapes, or someone who simply values a vehicle that adapts to changing conditions with ease, the 2025 Subaru Outback deserves a long look. Its thoughtful upgrades, tried-and-true engineering, and user-first features make it not just a great vehicle, but perhaps the most well-rounded SUV in its class for those who live a life of motion. Beyond the surface-level specs and features, what makes the 2025 Subaru Outback such a compelling choice is how all its components come together in real-world situations, painting a portrait of a vehicle engineered with genuine utility in mind. For families navigating the daily routine, be it morning school drop-offs, work commutes, or weekend grocery runs, the Outback offers stress-free ergonomics and predictability. You can slide in with ease thanks to the ideal ride height that strikes a balance between SUV clearance and sedan accessibility. Load the back without bumping your head due to the wide-opening tailgate, and enjoy a seamless drive whether it's in stop-and-go traffic or cruising down the freeway. The adaptive cruise control system, now more responsive than ever, makes longer trips easier on the driver's nerves, automatically adjusting to changing traffic flow with gentle inputs that mimic human-like driving. In residential environments or crowded shopping centers, Subaru's advanced parking assist and 360-degree camera views shine, allowing for confident maneuvering in tight spaces where visibility could otherwise be compromised. These are the moments where the vehicle's engineering ethos, designed for real life, not just showroom glamour, becomes undeniable. Out on the open road, or more interestingly, off it, the Outback transforms into a capable and adventurous partner. Taking it onto dusty back roads, snow-covered trails, or muddy hill climbs is not an exercise in pushing limits, but rather engaging with a vehicle that feels at home in nature. That's largely thanks to Subaru's X-Mode system, which adjusts throttle response, transmission behavior, and braking to handle low-traction scenarios with poise. The upgraded dual-function X mode in higher trims offers snow/dirt and deep snow/mud settings, making it easier for less experienced drivers to navigate challenging terrain without needing technical knowledge of differentials and wheel slip. Combine that with hill descent control, and you've got a system that instills confidence in beginners while still earning the respect of seasoned off-roaders. It's not a Jeep Wrangler by any means, but for those who like to venture beyond the campground and down rocky trails, the Outback delivers remarkable capability, especially the Wilderness trim, which truly feels like a step beyond what mainstream crossovers offer. This real-world usability, from trail to tarmac, is what sets the Outback apart from vehicles that merely posture as rugged. Another often overlooked but highly appreciated detail is how Subaru engineers prioritize durability in ways that aren't always visible. From reinforced suspension components to smart water sealing techniques for electrical systems, the Outback is made to endure the wear and tear of adventurous lifestyles. Owners who've taken previous models past the 200,000-mile mark often cite this quiet, built-to-last engineering as a key reason they return to the brand. For 2025, additional corrosion protection and updates to undercarriage shielding reflect Subaru's ongoing commitment to longevity, ensuring the Outback remains a trusty companion for the long haul. The brand's reputation for mechanical reliability is bolstered by consistent customer satisfaction ratings and award-winning safety performance year after year. When surveyed, many Subaru owners mention that the Outback is more than a car. It's a member of the family, present for road trips, college moves, ski weekends, and even the occasional emergency supply run. And it's this emotional connection, forged by reliability and shared experience, that no spec sheet can capture. Let's also talk about value. With a base price that undercuts many competitors offering similar all-wheel drive versatility and feature sets, the Outback presents itself as a smart buy, not just an emotional one. Subaru resists the luxury tax that often inflates the prices of competitor trims by instead focusing on packing high-value features into each tier. Even the mid-range trims come with premium amenities like heated seats, power liftgates, and sunroofs, while top trims still land under the pricing of comparable fully loaded mid-size SUVs from other brands. Additionally, maintenance costs remain relatively low, with Subaru's widespread availability of parts and transparent service practices contributing to high owner satisfaction. Fuel efficiency, too, plays a role in the Outback's long-term affordability. Even with all-wheel drive, it manages excellent miles per gallon, something that hybrid competitors struggle to achieve when weighed down with added complexity. And while Subaru doesn't yet offer a hybrid Outback, rumors suggest future electrification is on the horizon, meaning the 2025 model could be one of the last purely gas-powered versions, something some drivers may prefer for simplicity and mechanical familiarity. The Outback also earns praise for its inclusive design philosophy. It's a vehicle that works equally well for young couples heading out for a weekend hike, seniors who need a dependable and easy-to-access vehicle, or growing families juggling strollers and sports gear. Subaru's attention to detail when it comes to comfort, access, and usability makes it one of the few crossovers that truly serves multiple life stages without compromise. The wide door openings, thoughtful seat height, and expansive windows make every trip more pleasant for passengers of all ages, and features like rear seat air vents and optional heated rear seats ensure that comfort isn't limited to the front row. It's no wonder that the Outback has remained a bestseller year after year. It simply works for more people, more of the time. In terms of driving dynamics, while the Outback won't win any awards for sheer sportiness, it offers a composed, confident ride that prioritizes comfort and predictability. The steering is light but accurate, the suspension soaks up bumps with ease, and road noise is minimal thanks to new sound-deadening materials introduced for the 2025 refresh. The turbocharged engine option gives enough grunt for overtaking or mountain driving, while the standard naturally aspirated version is adequate for daily use and more efficient. It's not thrilling, but it's exactly what most buyers in this segment want: secure, comfortable, and dependable. And with Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive distributing power evenly across all four wheels, traction is rarely in doubt, making the driving experience feel more planted and reassuring in all conditions. Taken together, all of these attributes, the capable drivetrain, smart packaging, advanced safety tech, thoughtful interior design, and unshakable reliability, position the 2025 Subaru Outback as one of the most well-rounded vehicles in its class. It's the kind of SUV that doesn't try to be flashy or overhyped but rather excels quietly in the background, always ready to go wherever life takes you. It may not have the brand cachet of some luxury SUVs, nor the aggressive styling of some off-road bruisers, but the Outback continues to shine as the go-anywhere, do-anything utility vehicle that bridges the gap between family duty and weekend adventure with ease. And in a time when so many vehicles chase niche appeal or trendy gimmicks, the Outback's staying power lies in its refusal to chase trends. choosing instead to double down on what it does best. Where the 2025 Subaru Outback further distances itself from its competition is in how it approaches the concept of ownership, not as a luxury, but as a long-term partnership. For many people, purchasing a vehicle is not just about horsepower figures or aesthetic details, but about committing to a tool that will serve reliably across diverse life circumstances. Subaru understands this dynamic deeply, and it's reflected in the way they design and market the Outback. Unlike other crossovers that push urban luxury or sporty aspirations, the Outback stays true to a philosophy of function over flash. It's a vehicle that prioritizes being easy to own, offering not only reliability but also transparency in servicing, honest fuel economy, and features that you'll actually use every day rather than gimmicks that wear off after a few weeks. Even the digital interfaces in the 2025 model, which include an upgraded 11.6-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, are tuned for clarity and ease of use rather than flashy animations or overcomplicated controls. The climate and media controls remain easy to access even when you're bouncing down a dirt trail or simply trying to adjust fan speed without taking your eyes off the road. Subaru has clearly put thought into the way people live and drive, and this shows in every inch of the new Outback. Now, comparing the Outback to key competitors like the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, or Ford Bronco Sport, one thing becomes immediately evident: versatility. While many crossovers market themselves as rugged, few actually provide the mechanical underpinnings to back it up. The RAV4 Adventure and TRD off-road trims, for example, offer modest upgrades, but they lack the mechanical crawl support or specialized tuning seen in the Outback Wilderness. The Bronco Sport, while more trail-oriented, sacrifices cargo space and on-road comfort to achieve its off-road chops. Meanwhile, the Honda CR-V stays firmly planted in the world of suburban driving, offering great fuel economy and refinement but falling short when conditions get tough. The Outback occupies a sweet spot in this landscape. It's more capable than the CR-V, more comfortable and practical than the Bronco Sport, and more balanced than the niche-trimmed RAV4. For people who want one vehicle that does everything: haul the family, drive comfortably, take on snow, and venture off the grid, it becomes hard to beat the Outback's equilibrium. And when you consider that Subaru continues to prioritize symmetrical all-wheel drive across every trim level, not as an optional extra but as a core feature, it becomes even clearer why so many people in northern climates, mountain towns, or rural areas make this vehicle their default choice. It's also worth noting how Subaru speaks to a unique cultural moment, where environmental awareness and outdoor lifestyle aspirations are increasingly shaping buying decisions. Subaru owners often identify as environmentally conscious, adventure-seeking, and quality-focused, and Subaru leans into that identity with real actions. The brand's ongoing efforts towards sustainability, such as zero landfill production plants and partnerships with organizations like the National Parks Foundation, aren't just marketing fluff but core to how they do business. The Outback embodies this ethos perfectly. It's a vehicle that doesn't just let you escape to the outdoors, it encourages you to do so responsibly. Roof racks are standard on most trims. Water-resistant interior materials are offered for those who live in rainy or rugged environments. Even the inclusion of high ground clearance with unibody construction allows you to go further with less impact than heavier, gas-guzzling SUVs or trucks. For younger buyers especially, those who want a sense of freedom but also care about leaving a light footprint, the Outback is a smart compromise between off-road capability and everyday sensibility. From an ownership perspective, one of the less glamorous but deeply important aspects of the Outback is how well it holds its value. Subaru consistently ranks among the highest brands for resale value, and the Outback is a major contributor to that statistic. Vehicles that are built to last, that attract loyal and consistent buyer bases, and that are engineered with conservative, evolutionary changes tend to depreciate slower than flashier alternatives. This means lower cost of ownership over 5 or 10 years, not just in terms of maintenance, but in terms of retained equity should you choose to sell or trade in. This long-view approach to vehicle design and customer satisfaction is perhaps the Outback's greatest unspoken feature: peace of mind. From the day you drive it off the lot to the 10th time you take it across a muddy mountain pass, the 2025 Outback is designed to quietly support your lifestyle without demanding constant attention or second-guessing. In urban and suburban settings, where most vehicles spend 90% of their lives, the Outback continues to impress not by being the most powerful or the fastest, but by being supremely usable. The rear cargo area offers flexible storage configurations and power liftgate access, while the second row folds flat with a single lever, allowing you to convert the cabin for camping, hauling, or oversized purchases. If you're a cyclist, the Outback easily swallows a full-size bike with the wheels attached. If you're a parent, the wide rear openings and available rear sunshades make for easy child seat installation and back seat comfort. If you're a pet owner, the low cargo floor and optional accessories like a dog ramp or gate barrier turn the Outback into a mobile kennel. And if you're a road tripper, the built-in navigation system now supports over-the-air updates and real-time traffic, meaning you're always on course with the latest maps. No subscription required. Everything about the Outback is designed with thought and user experience in mind, avoiding the unnecessary in favor of the genuinely helpful. As we look at the 2025 model in context, it's clear that Subaru hasn't reinvented the wheel, but that's the point. They've refined, reinforced, and re-emphasized what works. The updated front fascia and rear bumper tweaks may not turn heads, but they subtly modernize the look without alienating longtime fans. The LED lighting enhancements add safety and a cleaner nighttime signature. The integration of USB-C ports front and rear signals a nod to future-proofing, while wireless charging, a new HVAC interface, and improved voice command recognition show that Subaru is committed to staying current without chasing flash-in-the-pan tech trends. These are incremental but meaningful upgrades, showing that the brand understands its audience, people who care more about function, reliability, and real-world usability than about bells and whistles they'll rarely use. For those tired of automotive over-engineering, the 2025 Outback feels like a return to sanity. Subaru's commitment to driver safety has also deepened with the latest version of its EyeSight driver assist technology. Now more advanced with a wider field of view, improved camera hardware, and smarter software, EyeSight can detect potential collisions sooner and respond faster. Features like automatic emergency steering, pedestrian detection, lane centering assist, and intersection assist work together to not just protect you in the event of an accident but to help you avoid one altogether. This is part of a broader industry trend toward proactive safety, but Subaru has been a leader in this space for years. And for buyers prioritizing safety, whether new drivers, older adults, or parents, this can be a decisive factor. Add in standard adaptive headlights, blind spot monitoring with rear cross-traffic alert, and even available driver attention monitoring, and you've got a vehicle that watches your back in every sense of the word. To summarize, the Outback's place in the 2025 market is to recognize it as a masterclass in balanced vehicle design. It may not grab headlines the way new electric vehicles or high-performance SUVs do, but it's far more relevant to the daily lives of real drivers. It's the vehicle that quietly does everything well. It gets you to work, it takes you on vacation, it carries your gear, it hauls your kids, and it never once feels out of place doing any of it. That's a rare thing in today's increasingly fragmented auto industry, where so many vehicles are designed for hyper-specific niches or exaggerated branding. The Outback remains universal, and that universality is its secret weapon. As we look forward to the road ahead, the 2025 Subaru Outback doesn't just represent the latest iteration of a well-loved model. It stands as a symbol of how a vehicle can evolve without abandoning its roots. In an era when automakers are rushing toward electrification, ultra-luxury experiences, or niche marketing gimmicks, Subaru continues to pursue a vision that prioritizes real people with real needs. That's not to say Subaru isn't preparing for the future. The Outback's global architecture already supports hybridization, and there's a strong possibility that future versions will include hybrid or plug-in variants to meet tightening emission standards and consumer demand for efficiency. But even without a plug, the 2025 Outback delivers efficiency that's competitive thanks to its CVT transmission and carefully tuned engines. And more importantly, it delivers freedom, the kind of mechanical independence that lets drivers explore backcountry roads, unpaved paths, and snow-covered trails without ever wondering if their vehicle is up to the task. That sense of trust is something few vehicles offer anymore, and it's one of the strongest arguments in favor of the Outback's continued relevance in a changing world. For potential buyers, especially those shopping in the crowded midsize SUV and crossover space, the question often comes down to priorities. If you're looking for the sharpest handling, you might lean toward a Mazda CX-50. If you prioritize hybrid fuel efficiency, perhaps the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is worth a test drive. If you want maximum luxury, the Hyundai Santa Fe Calligraphy might stand out. But if your life includes snowboarding trips, muddy weekend getaways, family vacations, unpredictable weather, and the need for something that balances all of that with comfort, safety, and a strong resale value, then the Outback quickly becomes not just a contender, but a favorite. And it's not just for outdoorsy people, despite the marketing narrative. The Outback has become popular among teachers, healthcare workers, engineers, retirees, dog owners, and anyone who needs a car that doesn't complicate their lives. It's this versatility, this refusal to be pigeonholed, that makes it so enduring. In conversations with longtime owners, a consistent theme emerges: trust. People trust the Outback to start in the coldest winters, to carry them safely through torrential rain, to ferry their kids to school, to haul mulch in spring and skis in winter. That emotional trust, born out of real-world dependability, is what transforms a car from a purchase into a partner. The 2025 model deepens that partnership by adding thoughtful new touches, keeping what works, and refining what doesn't. It's not chasing trends, but it's not falling behind either. And that balance, between innovation and dependability, is exceedingly rare in today's marketplace. Looking at the broader industry trends, it's clear that the next 5 years will bring dramatic changes to how vehicles are powered, how they're sold, and how people interact with them. Subscription services, over-the-air updates, semi-autonomous driving, these are all becoming part of the automotive mainstream. Subaru's approach to this shift is refreshingly pragmatic. Rather than overpromising self-driving dreams or rushing headlong into full electrification, they are slowly and deliberately integrating new technology in a way that supports, rather than replaces, the driver. For example, the EyeSight system doesn't take over the vehicle, it assists. The Infotainment System doesn't dominate the dashboard, it complements it. And that philosophy of technology for humans, not instead of humans, is likely one reason Subaru has such a loyal customer base. They're not building cars to win headlines. They're building them to be driven, used, and lived in. In a time when so many vehicles are either trying to be status symbols or lifestyle statements, the Outback quietly asserts its value by doing exactly what buyers ask, and then a little more. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand validation. It just works. And for buyers navigating a marketplace crowded with choices, that kind of quiet reliability might be the most powerful statement of all. Whether you're new to Subaru or considering returning after owning one in the past, the 2025 Outback represents a continuation of everything the brand does well, with meaningful improvements where it counts. From the upgraded driver assist features to the more refined cabin materials, from the off-road capable suspension to the simple yet powerful utility of its cargo space, this is a vehicle that meets you where you are. Whether that's a highway commute, a camping trail, or a snowy mountain road, the Outback doesn't ask you to adapt to it. It's already adapted for you. In the end, the 2025 Subaru Outback isn't trying to be everything to everyone, but it comes awfully close. It offers comfort without sacrificing capability, simplicity without feeling dated, and a sense of purpose that many modern cars have lost. For those who value adventure, reliability, and practicality in equal measure, this vehicle is more than just another SUV. It's a lifestyle enabler. The top 10 features we've explored, from the intelligent all-wheel drive system and off-road enhancements to the redesigned interior and safety tech, aren't just bullet points on a brochure. They're the reasons people keep coming back to the Outback year after year. They're the answer to the question, what vehicle can I count on for whatever life throws at me? And for 2025, Subaru has answered that question with clarity, confidence, and a sense of quiet strength that's more relevant now than ever. So, whether you're planning your next national park road trip, preparing for a New England winter, or just need a vehicle that makes everyday life easier and more enjoyable, the 2025 Subaru Outback deserves a long, serious look. Because while trends come and go, trust, earned trust, is what keeps a vehicle on the road, and in the hearts of drivers, for generations.